Welcome to Blue Moon College. This video is going to show you how to find, download and then do up a certificate of service. So the first thing we're going to do is we just pop onto Google and put in Association of British Investigators PSG templates. Click send. The first thing that will come up will be the PSG templates. Click on there and I'll bring up a page on the website here for the ABI with all of most of the common used documents that you use. And we want this one, certificate of service, statutory demand on an individual letterbox. Just download it, open it up. Okay. So what we've got is 2 pages which are the certificate of service itself, a cover sheet A, a cover sheet B, and a backing sheet. So what we'll do is we'll quickly fill this out with you and just try and show you some of the little quicker cheats we've learned over the years to get it done quickly. What you'll notice on the statement and on the cover sheets and the backing page, the details are all the same. So if you quickly just do up the front page, and then if we copy and paste it in, it will make life a little bit easier and quicker. And with our statements, getting them all consistent and nice and tidy is really important. Okay, so that's those set, and then just make sure they're all nice and straight. And when we do it on the cover sheet at the back, it does throw it out a little bit, but again, if you just click in front of it and then tap these across, get it all nice and tidy. I've already shown you an example of where bad paperwork has been issued, and you know, you're just not going to get repeat work with paperwork of that standard. Here, put in your, I'm not going to do it with you, put in your own company name, your address, telephone number, and then the job reference is whatever way you manage your case files, you'd put in a reference there. So that's got the tops all set for the paperwork, and then we'll come into doing the main body of the certificate. So I, William Clayton of Blue Moon Investigations Group of 27 to 29 Spring Street, London. And when we put in an address, guys, always use the full postcode, full state. Now, if for example I'd given this job to you and it was an agent to agent job, if I'd given the job to you, I'd expect that to say I, your name, and in lowercase, an agent of Blue Moon Investigations Group. But we will come on to agency law later on. Okay, that I am a process server for the purpose of, under the direction of, and that will be the solicitor's firm of okay, full address again. So that I on. Now we don't give the time on the date on a numerical basis. We actually put in the full date. Okay, and we use the 24-hour clock as well. An attempt was made to set the statement on the above named debtor, Mr. A. B. Child, by attending at the address, so we'll put in his address, 42 XYZ Street, London, and we'll just make a postcode here, where, and then just describe what happened. Your statement's all about what happened. We put everything in. It's not up for us to make a decision as to what's happened and only put in the things that are helpful to the client. The judge decides. Okay, so we put everything in. Where nobody was present at the address, but the neighbour at 43 XYZ Street, London, confirms, sorry, lowercase, confirms that Mr. A. B. Child was in residence at the address that I did. So with a stat demand, you have to do visits to all of the addresses that are known for the subject. So if I'd got another address, I'd just actually copy and paste this into here and say that on at, let's say, at 1500 hours, an attempt was made to serve Sat Line on the above mistake by attending at, let's make this 123 ABC Street, where nobody was present at the address. Okay, there wasn't any neighbour at that one to confirm. So there you go. Just put in all of the detail of all of the visits you've made. Okay, so then that I did on Friday, the 21st of February. Sorry, I've made a mistake there. I should be in the next section. So Thursday on the 20th I visited there. That I did on Friday the 21st of February 2020. Sent to the debtor a letter by first class prepaid post, a copy of which is attached and marked A. Okay. Or that I did on this date and time leave a letter through the letterbox of the address, a copy of which is attached and marked A. Okay. So we actually do both at Blue Moon. Okay. We belt and braces it. The reason being, we want to make sure that there isn't a mail redirection on with Royal Mail and the post is going to another address. So we're taking away any excuse that the debtor could possibly have for not having received the information. So what I'm just going to do is tidy this up a little bit by turning these around, because it's a little tidier if it's chronological. So that I did on this date and time, and that refers to Thursday the 20th of February at 300, leave a letter marked through the letterbox of the address, a copy of which is attached and marked A. And then I'm just going to pop in here, furthermore, that I did on Friday the 21st send to the debtor a copy of this letter by first class prepaid post. Okay, just tidy it up so it makes sense. So that I did on this date, Thursday the 20th, and time 3 o'clock, leave a letter through the letterbox of the address, a copy of which is attached and marked A. Furthermore, that I did on Friday the 21st of February 2020 send to the debtor a copy of this letter by first class prepaid post. Great. Point 5. If the debtor made contact by telephone, include the date and time of call. Done. That I duly attended. There we go. (42 XY Street) in accordance with my letter, whereupon nobody was present at the address but the neighbour at 43 XYZ Street, London, confirmed that he had seen Mr. A. B. Child the previous day. So that on, when I then return to the address, now remember it's got to be 2 clear business days after receipt of the letter. So that I received the letter on Monday, leaves Tuesday and Wednesday clear. On the Thursday, 27th of Feb at 1000 hours, I did effect substitute service by inserting the name in a personal address and sealed envelope, placing it through the letterbox. Great. Just make sure we're a bit tidy. That my letter address has not been returned to me through the post or tomorrow. Information of belief. The one will come to the attention of, we just need to slide in Mr. A.B. Child again. Wherever there's brackets, guys, we need to swap them out for something. This is to be the case as, and then simply the neighbour at 43 XYZ Street, London has confirmed on 2 occasions Mr. A.B. Charb is in residence. Great, so a copy of the demand is attached to mark B. Delete if not applicable. I am not aware of any solicitor representing the debtor on whom service. No, I am not aware of either of those, so I can keep that in there. Obviously, if I did know something, I'd write it in there. I believe the demand will come to the attention of the debtor by, well, because it's before 4:30, I believe it will come to him on attention of the day that I put it through his letterbox. Put that in there. And then that second part is inapplicable as well. Okay. Now, there's just one error here, and you need to check this on all the templates, guys. To the best of my knowledge and belief, not believe. Okay. And also, if we just go back to the website, we need to, from the 6th of April, be adding in this little bit extra. So, pop that in. Okay, we just need to get it correct, format it correctly, so it all fits in nicely with everything else. Just take the italics off with Control I. Get that set. Okay, that's all set, nice and tidy. Now we've just got a few other things just to do here in the signatures. I should say I, William Clayton, process server, and set the date. I nearly always do all of mine up on the date that I've served the papers. Just need to get those formatted and set out with the date. It's great. One other thing here, this is the document marked B. Okay, then we need to sign it in 3 places. Once in the statement, once here in Exhibit A, once here in Exhibit B. Okay. Print everything off, and then you need to just layer it up. So the certificate goes on page 1 and page 2. Page 3 is Exhibit A. Page 4 is then your statement is the letter of appointment that you had, is page 4, which goes underneath the cover sheet for Exhibit A. And page 5 will then be your cover sheet for Exhibit B. Pages 6 onwards will be a copy of the stat demand that you served, and then you back the whole document by using the backing sheet, and you flip that on its long side, so the text on this is actually on the rear of the document. Okay, get it all together, staple it up into a bundle of documents, and send it off to your client with your invoice. That's it. That's how to complete a certificate of service.